This is an AAN News special report on the war in Qumar. 6 months have passed since the beginning of the destructive conflict in the Middle Eastern Republic of Qumar. The war first started in January of 2022, when the new president of Qumar, General Saddam Arshad, began to antagonize the West by severing diplomatic communications and nationalizing Western oil interests in the country. The United States then accused Qumar of sinking a Norwegian oil tanker in the Strait of Hormuz in retaliation for sanctions imposed on Qumar by the United Nations, which General Arshad claimed responsibility for in a national address to the Qumari people, where he declared that a war for the freedom of all oppressed peoples is about to begin, to bring down Western imperialism once and for all. After the Qumari Navy began to blockade the Strait of Hormuz, 4 countries including the United States, United Kingdom, Canada and Australia declared war on Qumar, and a large-scale invasion of the country from the south took place shortly after. The bulk of the NATO contingent, the VCAF, have been involved in combat operations since the beginning of the conflict. Recently commended by NATO for liberating the province of Bastek, the coalition area of responsibility now extends to the province of Kunduz in central Qumar. Kunduz Province has been a hotbed of activity for the insurgent organization known as the FNA. The FNA, meaning Fedayeen Arshad, is a paramilitary organization loyal to President Saddam Arshad, and was formed during the beginning of the war when Arshad sent out a call to arms to the people of Qumar. Numerous insurgent organizations were formed, primarily in the Qumari countryside. These organizations were then amalgamated, and the FNA was born. Allying themselves with General Arshad and the Qumar Army, the FNA have begun an insurgent campaign against the advancing coalition forces. Just yesterday, the U.S. Department of Defense released drone footage of what appears to be a vast Qumari military convoy, almost 40 miles long, accompanied by almost 15,000 troops from the Qumar Army and Presidential Guard heading south from northern Qumar. Their destination, a previously abandoned Qumar Army garrison in the city of Kar Sheikh, where a small nearby coalition force has been conducting an anti-insurgency campaign in the province for the past month. The Qumari forces have been assembled for what Western intelligence agencies and analysts believe is an imminent attempt to mount a massive counterattack against coalition forces in central Qumar and put coalition-controlled cities under siege in its latest attempt to repel NATO advancing on the capital city. The eyes of the world are now on the city of Kar Sheikh, the provincial capital and site of the largest Qumar Army buildup the country has ever seen. With coalition forces expected to engage at any moment, the Battle of Kar Sheikh, the largest battle of the war in Qumar since the opening invasion, is about to begin.